What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Tactical Chainwag podcast. I am your host, Luke Jillings, aka Original Human, and today I am joined by the legendary Airsoft player, name's Nico. How you doing, brother?
Hey, fire intro, bro.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you. I've been practicing.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me on, dude.
yeah. So how's life in the Airsoft world right now with the whole craziness going on?
Oh, dude, life's pretty just crazy all around for obvious reasons. Airsoft kind of got put on hold in the UK for a while. Like, it got put on hold. It's only recently kind of all got back into the swing of it. Recently, this month. I say about this month, the month before, things have only started to kind of go back to normal. I've played one game of Airsoft. One game of Airsoft.
Okay.
Before obviously this whole madness started. So it's slowly
Yeah,
kind of going back to normal, you know?
yeah. It's been
What about you? What
strange.
about your side?
So everything's still kind of like in limbo. Things are opening now, obviously, but things are in limbo. And obviously, I want to get into airsoft, but I'm still kind of scouting around for the right place, figuring out where I should actually go and do it.
Mm,
Honestly, if I had the choice and if we could now and if everything was available, I'd fly to England and come and do it with you for the first time. That's what that's
oh,
what
more
my
than,
that's what I'd love to do. But with the whole flight thing being still shut
oh,
down.
it's not great for everybody, you know, for
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, it
For the world,
really
it's not great,
sucks.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I miss it terribly. It's a massive kick in the nuts for me and my channel because obviously you know what YouTube's like. It wants constant content.
Yeah.
So it made me experiment, and obviously, it kind of brought me onto my Twitch stream and stuff like that, which I've really enjoyed. But oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's been a grind, man. It's been a
It's been a
grind.
grind, mate. And now you have a second channel.
Yeah, I have a second
Mate,
channel. The
tell me
Geezer
about it.
Garrison.
Tell me about it.
Well, the thing is, before I joined the army, I was a hideous nerd, bro. So I was raised. I don't know about you, but I was raised on Halo 3. Halo 3 was my first big venture into games.
Okay.
And I was actually, you're not going to know this, but I was actually 23rd in the world team doubles on Halo 3,
Really?
mate. Yeah, mate.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was my first proper, like, that's how I fell in love with gaming. And then
Mm-hmm.
I went to Gears of War 3. And then
Ooh.
I hit all the Call of Duties. Then Modern Warfare 2 was out. Modern Warfare 3 came out, and that's where I really got into it. And I actually made a little YouTube channel before I joined the army, right? Called Hustler FMG. And it was like quick
FMG.
scoping, and like one of the videos, and they got like 3,000 views. And I'm like, oh my god,
Ooh. Is it still
yeah,
live?
yeah,
Is it still live?
yeah.
It
Mate,
is?
I was like, is it still live? Yeah,
Yeah.
Hustler FMG. You
Oh,
can see
mate,
my
send me
like
a link. Send me a link to that, mate. We're gonna
You
we
can
gotta see
see me.
that.
Oh no! You can
Yeah.
see me like thanking everybody for 100 subscribers, and then like my voice is even more high pitched than it is now. I don't know if people get.
Yes.
I don't know if people want to listen to this or not, man. Hold on.
Are we gonna hear it? Are we gonna hear it?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it for you now. Uh.
So while you find that, let's rewind a little bit. While you find that, what we're talking about in the
hmm.
past, like we've known each other for quite some time now, haven't we?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we have. You have. You kind of disappeared for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, like so when I first made YouTube videos, I remember because you kind of scout for people who are doing similar stuff to you, don't you? And I remember,
Well, yeah. If you're smart.
yeah, and I remember like seeing your stuff pop up, and I'm like, her name's Nico, that's kind of cool. And then like obviously checking out your stuff, and I think maybe this was prior to your airsoft stuff, maybe.
This when I was just trying to find my feet, understand who I was. There's always a way in. There's always a way of being different, and then obviously you kind of have to like latch onto what you're passionate about, which is obviously what
Yeah,
you're doing now. But
yeah,
yeah, this is before. I still didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was kind of just going for it type
yeah,
deal.
yeah. Yeah, so I remember seeing it, and then I left for a while because of the whole kiddo, and then joined back up, and I looked at your channel, and you're like, holy crap! You at the time when I restarted again at the beginning of this year, you were at like what 80,000 subs, 80,000, something like that.
What happened was is I made a video called "Ex-British Soldier Tries Airsoft and Destroys Everyone." I swear,
It
I
destroys
was literally
everyone.
fresh.
I love it.
Hey,
Go on.
you gotta be necky, aren't you? You gotta be necky.
You
You gotta
gotta be
find your way in.
necker. You have got to be Nicco.
You have, mate. You have, mate. You get lost in the sea of everybody else trying to do it, you know. But
Right.
it was when I was fresh out the army, and I was still very keen with a rifle, you know, and like all the
Okay.
training was still really fresh, and you know all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I just defended like this building for like a good, in real time, it was about 10 minutes, but it was like
Okay.
when you're doing it, it feels so long. And I took on the enemy team, and they kept respawning for a good 10 minutes on my
Okay.
own.
Okay.
And like the referees are like losing their minds, like, "Oh, that was crazy!" And you know, the crazy thing is that the video actually stayed dormant for like 3 months, and then out of nowhere, newspapers got hold of it, news outlets got hold of it, and it just went bigger than Ben Hur. The whole thing
Damn.
just erupted, and then it kind of had a second little wave of viralness where Lad Bible got hold of it.
Okay. So Lad Bible were
So,
like the thing that Lad Bible were the ones that took it up to like the big leagues. Then is that what you're
well, no,
saying?
it was already at like 5-6 million views when Lad Bible got hold of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
So Lad Bible kind of jumped on the bandwagon, so to speak, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
that's what kind of cemented, like, okay, Airsoft is definitely something I have the skill set for, because I do think when you're creating content and you want to be a YouTuber, you've got to have a talk. You got to have a little talk with yourself, you know.
You do.
You got to be like, there's thousands of people doing this. What makes you different? And obviously,
Right. Right.
Airsoft is a sport that is how can I say this, that you know, it's very similar to the military. So, and obviously, coming from the military, this would be perfect for me. I've been trained to do this,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and so that therefore I have a valuable skill set,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
would be fun to watch. And
You found that
so,
niche perfect, didn't you? That because
right,
there wasn't many people doing like not only airsoft but saying British soldier plays
no,
airsoft. There
no,
wasn't many
no,
people
not
doing that.
no, not at all, not at all.
Yeah.
And it did really well for me, but obviously, me being nowhere near as smart as you, you're a switched on cookie. You know what you're doing. But like with me, like I've with me, I wasn't very good at like marketing or understanding that, you know, something so good only lasts so long, right?
Right.
Do
I
you know what I
learned
mean?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
keep doing that forever, which is something I've actually only really learned since lockdown. Really,
Yeah.
you know, I've only
Yeah.
been able to slow down and you know have time to sit behind a computer and not be so just off with the wind doing stuff. I've really kind of learned that, you know, now it's about just being a bit more creative and
Yeah.
gaming. Seeing gaming titles and thumbnails has really helped me out as well. I don't know about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely has for me. It definitely has. In fact, I would say that's probably one of the defining factors for my channel. Really.
Yeah, yeah. Now I've kind of watched a lot more gaming content and gotten into it more. I can see how they're doing everything, and now I understand what I need to do.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was going off raw talent
Right.
and just being good at shooting people,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I
That
think
makes
something that
sense.
you
Yeah.
yeah, which I think you've the marketing and behind what you do, you've done it beautifully, and I can see how well you've done it. You know, and obviously that takes a lot of hard work as well. But that's something that I now need to do also.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
So
but for sure, yeah.
your channel has really had to adapt to this because you've gone from making content outside with other people to being like, okay, we're not even allowed to do this, and how do I continue the
Oh,
YouTube channel through this period of
oh,
time that's just like no, like I mean, surely you had a little bit of previous footage, but there's only so much of that you can use before
I,
it's like, you know,
dude, terrible, dude. I had two gameplay footages left, and sometimes I'll edit a video, watch it, and then a video will take me about 12 hours to watch, right?
right,
And I'll watch it back, and I'm like, this is shit.
right,
Like sometimes I'll watch the footage back and be like, I'm not excited about this. I'm driven by passion, you know. Like if I watch something, I don't feel like this is sick. Like I want it to have that sickness factor. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
this is Ali.
yeah,
If I watch my footage back and I don't see that, sometimes I don't even want to press publish. But
yeah. No,
like
it makes sense.
obviously with the way the coronavirus was going, I had to with the last bits of my remains I had. So for me, it was a bit devastating. But I don't want to kind of go, oh, this is terrible, because I'm sure there's people who have been put in worse situations by this virus.
Right,
But
right, right.
if we're just talking content wise, and if we're just talking from a YouTube aspect, it's
Yeah,
um it's been a big like stop, put the brakes on kind of in regards to just getting the content pumped out.
yeah,
But for me, I've actually, you know, mastered Photoshop now,
Right.
and which I didn't before. I was making thumbnails off my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is another crazy people like saying, "Oh, I didn't know how to do this, I didn't know how to do that." My channel was built on a MacBook and making thumbnails on my phone.
Yeah,
And
so the videos I made back
so
in the day, the fitness stuff, that was the same
yeah.
thing. I did it on my MacBook with my phone using to be made for the thumbnails. And then since the lockdown, is literally I only bought this computer because I'm a CS degree, and I literally only had this computer. I thought, well, I might as well use it while I'm in lockdown, and I started making like videos on this, and now it's opened up because you can do more stuff. You can learn Photoshop, you can learn Adobe and all that good stuff, you know. But your
My
channel's really kind of, you've had to really adapt, and now you've gone into a bit of gaming, and now you're coming outside of that gaming, and you're gonna push that onto another channel now. So now you got two things you got to juggle now, mate. You got two
well,
things, mate.
yeah, it's sometimes it's also the Twitch as well. Twitch is something that I mega enjoy. I think
Mm-hmm.
the Twitch stuff is great, but do you ever get sometimes like my stream will start and I'll have, for me, good numbers, and then it'll just start to dwindle, and I try not to watch the
Mate,
numbers,
yeah.
but sometimes it's like, oh, this is really bumming me out. Like I have like over 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Like how does this work? But you've got like quite a good. I'd say you've got some quite good advice for people, and you for
I think I got good advice, and I think a lot of it is trial and error. So like my intention was I would try something. If it didn't work first time, change it until
mm,
something clicked. And I was actually having this discussion with Dan, one of the lads who I stream with, last night, on how like when you start a stream. So the way I do it is I do a premiere for a video, don't I? And my viewers will
yeah.
know this. I do a premiere, and then at the end of that premiere, it's as if I'm like trying to continue the party, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
the stream is live right now. Join, and you can like carry on this kind of momentum that I've got. And the same thing happens for me. I start from anywhere between 180 to 200 people watching, and then by the end of the 2 hours, it's dwindled down to like 80, 90 people, maybe 100 people if I'm lucky. So I'm in the
Mm.
same boat there, mate. And it's trying to find retention, but it's not only that. It's trying to be. It's
And
Twitch is
2 hours
something.
isn't even that long, man.
It's
I stream
not. It's not.
from like 7 till 12.
Yeah.
But that's because I want to kill everything. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
But we're
yeah.
YouTubers coming to Twitch, though. We have our viewers, our core viewers from your Airsoft video and your gaming videos are people who come and watch a video probably during the break at work, or they watch a video prior to, while they, I don't know, like, well, they've got a 5-10 minute break. People who watch Twitch are the ones who have it on in the background. And for us,
Yeah.
our main audience is that quick video audience, and transitioning that to this long kind of form of video is always going to be difficult. It's always going to be
Very
difficult.
interesting. It's a very, very interesting discussion. I find it
It is.
fascinating. I
It
see a
is.
lot of people are using other apps to make mini content on, so like TikTok.
Right.
I've seen people blow up on TikTok, right, and then convert that to being partnered on Twitch within 5 days. There's a guy
Wow.
on nuts, bro, absolutely crazy. But then obviously TikTok's gonna go man down anyway.
It is, yeah. Eventually, TikTok's going to disappear. The thing is, as well, is you've got to look at longevity of the platform you're on. You've got to kind of diversify your income from a business standpoint. You've got to diversify your
Mm,
income. There's a lot of things you've got to think about in this kind of industry. And there's a lot of people who watch these videos who like our content who want to do the same thing as us. They want to make YouTube videos. They want to play Airsoft. They want to play Call of Duty. They want to get
I
involved.
shudder. I shudder a little bit. I'm like, oh, they don't realize, like, it's actually mega difficult.
It is.
It's not easy. People think you can just pick up cameras and go. If you need some kind of edge, and if that's looking like some kind of egotistical maniac just to try and get your foot in the door, then that's something you got to try and do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the internet's a bit of a cutthroat place, really.
It really is.
If you upload a video where you just said guy from Manchester watched Halo 3,
Yeah. No one's
gonna watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all my videos start with Royal Marine watches or Royal Marine reacts or Royal Marine plays. Every single one, because you've got to put your neck out there. You've got to put your neck out there and be like, "Hey, look, this is my niche. This is why I'm making videos. It's who I am. Yeah, it's who I am." And that's the same for you. Like, your main video that blew up was Army Lad destroys in Airsoft. You know what I mean? Like, it's that little niche. So tell me a bit about let's transition a bit to the military. Like, how did you go from being in the military and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna do YouTube? Is this something that you've wanted to do forever? Is this, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, obviously, I've sent you a link to the channel.
oh,
This is
you
the
have?
channel that I had.
I'll check it
Yeah, yeah,
out
it's in
after. Yeah, yeah.
Discord. It's embarrassing, bro. But you can. It's 8. I'm looking at it now. 8 years ago, I started this channel. It's
Wow.
gone 68 subscribers. But mate, I grew up watching FaZe, Optic Gaming. I grew up watching all back then when they were all these little clans and it was all booming on YouTube. And then I joined the army and had to forget about it.
Right.
Did my 5 years in the army. And it was my last year in the army when I was kind of like, I was in dream chaser mode. I wasn't really, I had a girlfriend at the time. I wasn't really like, okay, what am I going to do? I was kind of like, I'm Nico. I'm going to land, I'm going to land on my feet, whatever I do. Just because when you're a soldier, you've got that inbuilt arrogance, haven't you?
You
Like,
do. Yeah.
you just think you're indestructible.
Things
Like,
are gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly, dude.
yeah.
It's looking back on it now on my civvy head. I'm just like, you idiot.
Yeah, yeah. I do the same thing, mate. I do the same thing. I look back of when I left the Royal Marines and I'm like, you fool. You absolute fool. You went in the wrong direction. But then again, if we didn't do that stuff we did, we wouldn't be where we are today. You know?
Exactly. What is my computer saying to me? Origin requires a critical update. A critical update will be required in 1 hour. Please exit your game and restart Origin.
Origin.
Go
What have you been
away.
playing? What have you been playing on Origin?
I don't know. I don't know.
What have you even been playing on Origin, mate? What have you even been playing on? You're a Warzone kid now, mate. You're a Warzone.
I don't even
kid.
know. I don't even know what Origin is. I think my stepdad's downloaded it for me because he wants me to try out some different games. But
Origin's like EA, isn't it?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
right.
Just to pedal back again with the whole like you grew up. So I'm in the same kind of boat where I grew up playing video games. Had to kind of get rid of that for a certain period of time in the military. We could play games in the military, and especially near the end of my time, I did. But you have to kind of just like done, not doing it. It's not my thing anymore. Can't concentrate on it.
Well,
and then you have to be kind of integrated back into that world again when you leave.
I always find I watch a lot of successful people, and they always have very addictive personalities.
Yeah.
I find that a lot, and I was becoming a proper bum. And the army was, with my personality, especially when I was a kid, you just couldn't tell me nothing, and I always, you always think you know better, right? So,
right.
The army for me was the kick up the arse and the kind of the injection of minerals, however you want to say it, that I needed.
Yeah.
I grew a spine. I understood what being a man was about. I learned a lot. And as my last year in the army, I was like, I'm just going to chase what I'm passionate about, and that was YouTube.
Yeah.
And I remember scrolling through YouTube, and I just typed in tactical. That's all
as you do.
That was the world I was in.
Yeah,
I know everything about tactics and infantry stuff. That was my world. And a bunch of airsoft videos came up, and I watched them. And I was watching a guy called what was his name? Matt the Musketeer, who is really big at airsoft time. And his videos were really well edited, but the way he cleared rooms kind of sucked. And I was watching him; he had 160,000 subscribers. And I was like, "Damn, I could do this, but better."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember borrowing an M16 battered airsoft gun off my friend. I was working at an estate agency at the time. By the way, I sucked at that job. Customer service is not my customer service is not my bag, bro.
Yeah.
And he gave me a banged up M16. I chucked on some old NTP trousers, all from the army.
Mm-hmm.
Got a face mask, some crappy eye pro, and a helmet. Stuck a GoPro on there, and just went for it and started running around shooting people. And
it worked out, I guess.
Yeah, and I remember my selfie camera was in portrait mode. Like, it wasn't even it was in I had no idea about cameras. I had no idea about equipment, software, nothing. I've just thrown shit at the wall and made it stick, mate. You know what I mean? And I've just learned as I've come along, and now I'm sitting in front of a big computer and I understand Photoshop and Adobe. I was crazy thing is I've been using iMovie all the way up until I'd say about 5 months ago.
Yeah. iMovie's good though. iMovie's pretty good though. You can do some good stuff on it. It's not amazing, but I mean, it works for me back in the day.
Yeah,
Nice.
like so, it's been a bit of a crazy ride, man. But hopefully, airsoft. Well, I'm going airsoft again this weekend coming up.
Nice. Nice.
So hopefully things will get. But now I know how to do like all the thumbnails and titles that I want. I'm very excited to. I feel
Yeah.
like this is like season names Nico season 2. You know, this is good. We're going back
Yes.
at it. So
Awesome. Awesome. Phase 2.
uh,
Go on Marvel on it,
phase,
mate.
yeah, exactly, mate. Phase two. But for me, yeah, I'm the same boat as you. Like, I really want to grind up my Twitch, the
Yeah.
gaming channel. I'm trying to get a week up a video on there once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Okay,
just
that's a good
just
goal.
grafting, bro.
And we're going to be
Just grafting.
gaming on Twitch. Actually, it would have already happened by the time this video's up, but we're going to be gaming on Twitch. I'm sure we're going to do it again at some point anyway.
Oh, mate, even if it's just like Fall Guys or something, we just need
Oh, mate,
to
yeah.
hang out more on the internet. And
Yeah.
my problem is that I don't know any other people that I can stream with. You've been in America, I'm sure your pool of streamers and people you can contact is so much more larger. But
Right.
over here, people just don't seem to
Click on with it.
want to. Yeah, it's weird, man. In the UK, like
Yeah.
people don't really want to create content that much.
Yeah.
I'd
No,
say.
yeah. People are very, very like closed doors about stuff like that, aren't they? They want to keep their
Mm,
stuff. They're very private people, the British, right? You want to keep yourself to yourself.
mm.
No one wants to interact with anyone. In America, it's the complete opposite, you know?
Yeah,
Everyone's
I'm the
open.
complete opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I should move over there, to be
Move
honest.
over here, mate. Move over here. Come live over here in Maine. You'll love it. Got a couple moose around here and a bunch of turkeys, mate. You'll love it.
Oh
so,
man.
so I've got a question for you. For someone like me
Mm,
who's never played airsoft, obviously I've got the
yeah.
tactics to back it up no matter what. Like I'll be able to go in with a weapon and clear rooms and stuff. But
Destroy.
and destroy Romery destroys. But
Roman Christ, that's gonna be your first title. Don't even
Romery
take the
destroys.
mic.
I'm gonna do it now just because you said it. Romery destroys. Destroys in capitals.
Hey, as long as it says features names Nico, I'm happy.
So for me, when it comes to equipment and learning the rules and all that lot, what's your advice for beginners? Where do you even start?
Where do you even start? I think just being a good sport, which I really think you won't have a problem with. I
Right.
think I don't think you'll have a problem with that. Be a good sport, understand that the site's rules, because every site has different rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got to warn you though, the airsoft scene, they're very sensitive. They don't like headshots.
Right.
They're not infantry dudes, you know. They're not, you know. It's very lefty. They can,
Okay.
to be honest, I've ignored all of it, and I just do me, and
Yeah.
I seem to get on okay. But like obviously, just cut. For me, the important ones are play honorably, call your hits, and have a laugh.
Yeah.
I think I just naturally anyway, just from our backgrounds, and I just think that's something that you just won't have a problem with
Right.
because you get
Right.
shot in the arse, you're not going to cry about it. It's not going to be a big deal to you.
Nah.
But to other
Nah. It's not.
people, getting shot, they really do spit their dummy out about it. Do you know what I
Oh
mean? Like
really? I've seen some fail
they don't
videos where
like the pain.
they go crazy.
They don't like the pain. Like for me, when I get shot in the face, I'm like, fair one, you just shot me. I must have done something wrong. Like, and then I want revenge. You know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
sure you're
Right.
gonna RTR, mate. You're gonna be exactly the same, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna try and adapt
so
and overcome, right? You learn,
yeah, exactly.
figure out what went wrong, and then move forward. So when it comes to equipment, what do you recommend?
Depends on your play style. It's literally just like the military. There's an entire field of array of guns, equipment,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts, bro. All sorts. It depends what you want to do. What do
Can
you want to do? I've got a couple of guns here I could show you.
can you get a replica SA-80?
Oh yeah, like look at this.
What is that? Is that an airsoft? Is that airsoft?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That is a pirate cannon.
So you can dress up as Jack Sparrow and just run around in an airsoft
Yeah,
field and start shooting people.
it's wait, make sure it's not loaded.
So for people who can't see this, who are listening to the audio of the podcast, you've got what type of
Okay.
weapon is that? It's just some sort of like pirate weapon.
So this is a flintlock pirate pistol, and it is really heavy, real metal and real wood from a company called
What?
Swift Airsoft in Japan.
Wow.
And you know what? The reference I could say is Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and it's like two mechanisms. So you pull this back first.
You're gonna have to. You're looking at the wrong camera. You're gonna have to move it to the other camera. There you go. There you
Oh, there we go.
go.
So, but if you hear the power when it shoots, so you
Yeah.
cock this first, and you
Yeah.
cock this, and then if you listen,
Damn.
so it's got a bit of a kick to it.
Got
Yeah,
a kick
it's,
to it, mate. Yeah. Yeah. So you
like,
can
all
dress up as
sorts
Jack
of-
Sparrow and just kind of go for it.
Oh, dude, you get people dressed up as Knights Templars and all sorts,
Oh
man.
my days. Yeah, so you just gotta take it with a grain of salt then, I guess, right? And just kind
But
of
yeah, yeah. For me, I dress it up as the real deal because that's just something I'm into. I try to get as many
mhm,
kills as possible, and I leave. But for me, it's a sport, you know. So I don't think you have a problem. But with
yeah.
you, I'd imagine you're gonna want to look a bit like a Royal Marine, right? Or like
Yeah.
because they just had a bit of a kit upgrade, aren't they? They look a bit alley now, don't they?
They do. They look good, mate. I'm hoping I can do more of a deep dive on the kit, but I don't know whether I'd be able to get the kit because it's so new. It's so new. I doubt that all Royal
Yeah,
Marines have it. To be honest with you, do you know what I mean? Like
dude,
so.
mate, you're a civvy now, so you can just buy it.
Yeah,
You can
civvies
just
pay
get. I
thousands for
see.
it. Yeah.
Mate, I see guys rocking up to airsoft games and like 5 to 10 grand worth of kit.
What?
Seriously, like let me just so a guy will he'll turn up with like do you know what a dev grew is a 416 dev grew.
I think
It's
so.
a it's a gun that was used to kill Osama bin Laden that the Navy SEALs went in with, SEAL
Yes,
Team
yes,
6.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously airsofters go crazy for this. Like there's a huge fan base for all this kind of stuff, man. It's nuts.
Right.
The gun alone from a company called Turkey Marie will cost you £400 to £500.
Okay. That's not too
Uh,
bad. That's not too.
I'm
It's still
not
pretty.
finished.
Okay.
Finish. And then to upgrade the gun, if you want all of the top upgrades, it's going to cost you 700 quid to put into the gun.
Okay.
And then
What
the
what
sights
upgrades? What upgrades cost that much?
grow new barrels, new triggers, gears, hop ups. Oh, dude, all sorts going on inside these guns,
Wow.
man. You get these tight gate titan trigger systems, which are like super sensitive, so you can shoot more than one bullet. It's ridiculous. Um, and then the sight that go on the gun. So people use a lot of real steel. There's a really popular company called Vortex.
Okay.
They are over in America, and I've got Vortex sights and all my stuff, and they're about 200 to 300 quid. And then like red lasers, green lasers, debals, infrared, and then people come with
Damn.
night vision goggles. I was at a Milsim in I was at a Milsim. I know it's funny in it. At first I thought it was mad cheesy, but now I'm really addicted.
No, no,
Uh,
I can see the addiction though. I can really see the addiction.
Dude, if you get into it, we would totally have to hit some Milsim together, and we'll
Oh
try to
hell
get
yeah.
some NFTs going. It'd be super cool.
Yeah.
But I was at a Milsim in LA, and or was it California? It was California at Fort Bragg or something.
Okay.
It was an old Air Force base. There's a dude there with quad nods, and he's like, he joked to me and said that like, oh, you technically because you're British, you can't look through these because of the military law or some law they've got because it's so like futuristic. This tech is that
Right.
the SF elements are using it, but he let me have a go, and it was so it was like I had peripheral vision, MVG peripheral vision.
It was like
But
turning UFOV up on a game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The crazy thing is that the walking around with the dual commed on Milsims. These comms alone cost 2-3 grand. They're running everything cry airframes, team Wendy lids, you name it. They
Wow.
got all the top of the range SF kit. These airsofters go in, bro. They go in
Hey, to
proper.
each their own. If it makes them happy, I couldn't convince my wife to be like, I'm just gonna go buy some NVG. She'd be like, what do you want some NVGs
Oh,
for?
dude, honestly, there's a massive community for it, especially for
Yeah.
the Milsimers. They love it, and they're spending, I don't know, a decent pair of a one inocular or however you pronounce it. Is going to cost you at least 2-3 grand.
Wow. So as a
Yeah.
beginner, don't buy quad nods. That's
No, 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 no. The
the
quad nods this guy was using, it cost him like 16K, and
Wow.
they weren't even the one the SF elements use. They're the ones that the pilots use to drop off the SF blokes.
Damn. Was it even
Mm.
dark when you were playing?
Yeah, yeah, they have night missions and all sorts, dude. There's this proper scripted event where we had to go and get a high value target, and we all ran in with nods on and stuff.
That's really
The
cool.
videos are the videos on my YouTube channel is lit. So
That's
it's
really
really
cool.
sick really sick video, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, airsoft is amazing, super addictive,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome, awesome. If you go with the right guys and the atmosphere is right, it is
Yeah.
awesome. Obviously, it can get salty in that, but I've done it for that long now. I don't really give a shit, you know. But
Right. Right. I can see myself. I feel like it's one of the things where I'll try it once, and I have the addictive personality as
mm,
well. I feel like if I try it once, then that's it. Like it's game over.
oh,
I'm just like
mate,
all in. You know.
you've got toy guns on your wall. You are hideously You're not ready. You ain't ready. You'll shoot an airsoft gun. You'll see someone go, ah, like that in your scope, and you'll be like, yep.
Yeah, sold.
So take my money. Take
Yeah,
it. Take
yeah.
it.
So that's
Oh,
awesome.
dude.
So what I'll probably do then is I'll probably start playing Airsoft over here, and then when I get over to the UK, we'll have to arrange something real fun, and we'll
Oh,
it'll be.
uh,
I can see it now. British soldier and Royal Marine destroy.
team ex-British soldier and Royal Marine team up.
Yeah.
Airsoft gameplay. Yeah. We'll have to come over here. I've got a bunch of good sites I could take you to, like
Yeah.
because the Milsims in the UK aren't that great.
Okay.
So you're in the best spot for Milsims. You can
Right.
get choppered in and all sorts. So I'll be taking tickets out to you, bro.
Right.
But like, if you come over here, I know some sick skirmish sites. Because the great thing about the UK is we have a lot of old army bases, all quite close to each other. So we could do like a round robin of all the best sites, get you some great content.
That'd be cool. That'd be
But
real cool.
the Milsims though, you're definitely in the right place, brother. You can get choppered in all sorts.
That would be cool. Yeah, if you come over here, we can actually shoot as well, like real weapons as well.
Yeah,
You know?
and there's also the world's biggest airsoft milsim in Slovakia, which I think Novich goes to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've reacted to a few of his videos. He's pretty good at it.
Oh, dude, he's so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
we're good friends. We're good friends, man. He's actually sending me he's releasing a new gun,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just waiting for it to arrive, dude. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I was thinking of actually getting some sort of airsoft pistol or something just to kind of practice dry drills on. Like, even though I'm not going anywhere right now.
As an M4 player,
What's
I
that?
can see you as an M4 player. I
Okay.
think I think you'd be into CQB. But
That's where I'm really for it. That's where I'm really want to get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna want like a high capper pistol, something like that. Turkey Marie, you're gonna want an M4, and you're gonna want all your kit lightweight, and you're gonna want grenades, basically all the stuff I wear. You're gonna want to go of just so you can give your train skills a little. It's so addictive, when you know what you're doing and you just want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like, sorry,
go on.
No, go on.
I think there's a big gap in the market for airsoft training videos.
Right.
A bit like some of these gamers, they'll explain their gameplay and what was going through their head.
Yeah, do it. Get some up there. CQV, how to clear a room. Take the long wall, my dude. It should be called the long wall series. That's what it should be called. There you go.
The long wall series.
There you go. The long wall. Taking the long wall. Yeah, mate. I'd love to do it because, like, I'd love to just brush up on them skills, man. Them skills that have just not been used in so long, clearing rooms, tactics, keeping an eye on things. Like, but the thing is with CQB is you don't do it alone. Like, in real life, you don't do it alone. I mean,
that's why I thrived, because I just rock up to a site and I'd be on my own,
right?
And it made me a better player. And it made me a lot more lone wolf, and I never really liked playing with other people.
Yeah,
because they're so loud.
Yeah.
They're so loud. Like I'm like I'm trying to be hush hush everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I get these videos where I get the drop on like so many people, because I'm so quiet. And I do things on my own. But when you're in a team, you got to communicate and all this kind of stuff. So it's always an interesting factor. But man, it's so addictive, and you start to feel like those old keenness sparks, they start to fire up in your belly. I remember when I was playing with some of the lads that I met playing airsoft, and I hadn't been to a Milsim yet, and they're like, come to this Milsim, and I was like, mate, I really don't want to go there and get mad keen, because I know what's gonna happen. The old soldier will just come out and I'll start shouting at people. Do you know what I mean? And I went there, and that's exactly what happened. And they turned around and was like, Nico, that was brilliant. Like, you're gonna have to come to the next one. We need you. We need you to the next one. It's amazing having someone here who knows what they're doing. The video is on my YouTube channel. It's like ex-British soldier tries Milsim for the first time. I'm like sliding down hills, Brecken pointing people. I'm like, there's this one line where I'm like, "What you doing? We're in contact. Like, we need to be." Like, I'm screaming at people. We're grabbing high value targets, and we're like peeling backwards as we're engaging the enemy, and we're like bounding backwards, and you can just see, like, because obviously they're all serious, they're fucking loving it, and I just you can't help it. It's 100% gonna happen to you. 100%. The old beast will get fired up.
It will. I know it. That little bit of rumbling.
That your eyes will get fucking glazed over. The royal will come out.
There'll be parts of me that have not appeared in years that'll come out once I
Oh,
start doing stuff
I'm
like
gonna have to
that.
link. I'm gonna have to link that video just so you can watch it once it's done. Then you'll
Yeah.
just see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, link it to me and I'll put it in the description and the show notes of the podcast. Yeah, mate, I'm super hyped. I think it's gonna be something that's gonna be really enjoyable, and like I said, I feel like I'm gonna get addicted. I really do.
Oh,
I really do.
no
And
doubt.
the way I'm trying to time it is obviously I'm going through all the Call of Duties and the Battlefield games right now. The way I'm trying to
Yeah.
time it is when I start getting to the end of them franchises and finishing them off. That's when I start dipping into real shooting and airsoft videos and kind of popping them up as well.
Oh,
Putting them in the
dude, I need to
mix.
take a couple of lessons off you. You're a proper man with a plan, aren't you?
Mate,
That's something. That's something
winging everything.
I've winged everything. And guys, if you're listening, please plan your life.
Yeah, plan
Plan your-
everything, please. Yeah.
yeah. I've winged it. It's got me this far now, but I need to take a little leaf out of your boot, don't I?
Right. I mean, I've for the most part, most of mine's just been like luck. Like things have worked, and I've been, oh, it works. Let's just keep doing it. Like
To
so.
be fair, there's a lot of longevity in airsoft because
Yeah.
it's so niche
Yeah.
and it's so like real life, and there's just content everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the beauty is that you're creating it yourself. It's not like this geezer reacts to this.
Right.
You go there with all the equipment, the ideas is all in your head. You don't know how the day's going to pan out.
Right.
Something could happen that's once in a lifetime thing, like your sight gets shot out in a crazy way, or you fall down something crazy, or you get like a 12-man feat. Like I went to America and I played at this prison called Juliet prison in Missouri,
Right.
and one of the craziest. I got one of the craziest airsoft kills that I've ever seen on camera. It was like me
Yeah.
versus 12 people. And because I was using a HPA gun, it's silent because it's all air. They had no idea where I was, and I was just slicing the wall.
Yeah.
Like you cut the cake.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't see me the whole time. And I think that was about a 12 on camera, and it was just the most insane feeling. I felt like John Wick that day. That was sick.
John Wick. Yes, I love it. Yeah, I love it, mate. Mate, I'm hyped. You're getting me hyped for it. You're getting me so hyped for it. You really are. And I know what you mean about like the creativeness around making videos on something like that compared to reaction videos. So if you notice my channel, I've been slowly moving away from reaction videos right now.
Yeah,
I'm doing just one a week now.
I went through.
Yeah, I'm doing just like one a week now. One reaction video a week. It's all gameplay and podcast now. But yeah, like I want that more creative control. I want to have more fun. I want to be out there actually, like, because I've been reacting to so much military stuff now, and I'm sure you were in the same way right now with the whole lockdown.
Yeah.
You play so many games, you're reacting to so much, you just want to get hands on now. Like I just want to get hands on, and I bet you're feeling exactly the same with the whole lockdown. I bet you're just like, I want to go out there and get it done now,
Oh, dude, it was such a bummer. I was so pissed. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, for me, I just come back from one of the most VIP events in Airsoft. Novich invited me to his release for all his new guns that he was doing. I was in Austria.
Wow.
He invited me out to Austria for free. Everything was paid for. I was in like the top of this building and this glass penthouse thing, and I was just like, I've made it. Like, this is crazy,
Right.
Like, I was full-time YouTubing, and it was just amazing that to be invited and recognized,
Hell
and I went out,
mate.
played Airsoft, used all his equipment, and then the coronavirus happened, and it was a big kick in the nuts. Like, you're not made it yet, kid,
Yeah.
And to be fair, if anything, it was a blessing in disguise because I've learned so much. I've learned so much that I didn't know before, and I feel even more equipped to do this now.
Yeah.
Than I did before. I think it humbled me a bit. I do think doing this stuff online can really give you an ego, and I think that's something you have to try and avoid at all times.
100%, mate. Yeah. 100%.
And it's your biggest enemy, mate, and it's something I've learned. But at the same time, you still got to have that confidence. At the same time, yeah. Now it's kind of slowly getting back to the way it was. So now a lot of work to do.
I bet you're super recharged though, aren't you? You're super more pumped for it now than probably you've ever been. Now that you know where you can get to, and you've got more subscribers now, you've got more people watching you. It's like it's a matter of time, mate. By the end of this year, you're probably going to be way up and running again. and it's going to be hype,
Oh,
mate.
that'd be so good.
It's
That'd
going to
be
be
so
hype.
good, dude.
Yeah,
That'd be
I'm
that'd
excited
be
to
that'd
watch
be a
some of the
blessing.
videos. I really am. I really am.
Well, I have an MP7 gas and Norwich's sniper rifle gameplay this weekend, and the
Ooh.
MP7 gas guns are sick. They're just like the real
Really?
thing. They feel so good when you shoot them. They feel
Yeah.
so good. And the Norwich sniper rifle is lightweight, accurate. It's such an aggressive gun to go and play airsoft with. So those two combined together,
Yeah.
super excited for that. And plus, I'll be running a KMCS ghillie suit as well, which is like top of the
Nice.
range. My friend Kiki Mustang, who I'm very good friends with,
Yeah.
he is an elite airsoft sniper, mate. One of the best.
I've seen some of
He
his
is that
videos as well.
he is that good. He gets loads of hate just because he's too good. He's so good. He just literally he's like a tree, bro. He's just like a tree that shoots people. Like you won't find him. You won't find him.
You're gonna have to
And
introduce me to a couple of these lads.
yeah, I will, mate. I will. And anyway, he brought out this ghillie suit that I'm using, and it's just so lightweight that you can CQB in it.
Yeah.
So lightweight, breathable. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
But
excited.
what do you need to do? You just like a bush clearing rooms? Like what did you need? Do you need a ghillie suit to clear rooms?
Well, because the environment I'm going to, there's 3 main buildings, and the rest is covered in shrub.
Ah, okay.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I perform best in buildings, but getting there is the hardest bit. Once
Yeah.
I'm in there, I can hold them, but getting there is the hardest bit. You know,
Yeah.
most of the flanks are covered, and I can only use so many of my teammates for cannon fodder to get in. You know?
Yeah.
So for me, it's a bit of a sticker move, and I'm up, you see me, I'm down kind of type deal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But once I'm inside, mate, it's game on.
Okay.
So for me, I've been to that site before, so I know how it runs. You know.
If you don't
So
name that video Bush clears building, then I'll be super disappointed, mate. Bush destroys building.
oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna
mate.
love it.
Yeah.
You're so gonna love it.
There's
And
actually
I
an
can't wait.
airsoft. There's an airsoft shop like literally down the road, and I've been in a couple
Yeah.
times now. Looked at them and been like, oh, I should get one, and then I've like walked out and been like, don't spend the money yet, not yet.
Well,
Yeah.
it's interesting because where do you live again?
Maine,
Maine. Let's have a look at this.
mate,
Maine.
middle of nowhere.
Maine airsoft site regulations, because I know they don't deal in FPS neither, do they?
I don't think so. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Because the rules over here are 350 FPS, so that's basically the power of your rifle.
Okay.
But I know in America they work in joules, and I don't know. I know that Tokyo Marui isn't very big in America, but it's massive over here. So it's going to be very interesting to see what you bring back from the shop.
Right.
Because if you're playing in the UK, I'd always recommend Tokyo Marui and nothing else.
Mm.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what you bring back. But
I do know that all the weapons have like the orange tip over here on the end of the barrels.
Oh, that's so dead.
Yeah. At least the ones I saw in the shop, they all have that. So I
You
don't
can
know
cover it
whether.
with the suppressor anyway.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
that you need to get a hot gun, and you get the orange tip off with the hot gun, and then you
Right.
stick the suppressor on.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know the rules. I'd have to look into it. Apparently, there's a guy that works at that shop that knows the crack. So I'm gonna have to speak to him and be like, "What's going on? What's the dealio?" And figure out what's going on. You know, because I'm. Sorry. Go on. Go on.
There you go.
Okay. I was gonna say. So I was gonna say I've been in the shop a few times now. I've been in there and I've been like, I'm gonna get one. I've walked in. I've been like, I'm gonna buy one. I've got some money. And I've walked out every time being like, just wait. I need to know more. I need to understand it more. I need to speak to my boy named Nico and figure out what the crack is. That's like my thought. That's been my thought process.
Okay. Original Human Airsoft starter pack. Let's go. You're gonna need an AR. Let's just get you out there shooting people making videos. Yeah, so this is reliable. If there's any TM in there, swoop it up. Okay, you're gonna stay away from the scars. Either get yourself a 416 or a Mark 18. Okay, they're like the benchmark. It's not gonna break. Don't get it upgraded. Just play with it. Don't get it upgraded. Because as soon as you start fiddling around with these rifles, they're like cars. It'll break.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then you're gonna want to speak to my boys at Warrior Assault Systems or something like that. See if they can kit you out or buy the stuff, whatever. Right. You know how the kit works, don't you? You know what you're looking at.
When it comes to kit, yeah. My big thing is just how they shoot. Like I know the weapons. I know. Do you know what I mean? Like I can ID all that
Bullet
stuff.
velocity,
Yeah.
out the window, out the window. You're
Right.
shooting like, mind you, the FPS in America is a lot higher, so your maximum range is going to be like 100 meters.
Okay. That's pretty
But it's
decent.
the dip. Some people set the hop, so the hop is what affects the BB. If you overhop, then it goes down like this, and if you underhop, it flies like it goes. Like, wait, 16 the camera, it goes like that, right?
Okay.
So it starts low, it comes out your gun, and instantly goes low. The wind takes it, goes up, and then comes down again. But how I like to play, because obviously being ex-military, aiming off is my style. So I like to have overhot, so it dips eventually. So then I know where to aim off, up or down.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And you're gonna want a decent sidearm that you know that you're gonna want holstered. And then I
Yeah.
don't know what the rules are on grenade stuff over there, but I've always used something called a TRMR or tremor. But they
Okay.
actually don't make them anymore. But the military use them to train to go red on boats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Anti-piracy.
and so oh, you should know about this. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's your bag, isn't it? So now obviously they got turned into airsoft grenades. It's a shame it's not a live video because I could show you. I've got it in my kit somewhere. But they're basically about like, I'd say the size of your hand, but
Okay.
quite thin,
Yeah.
and shotgun primers go into them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're on like a little rotary system that you move with your thumb,
Mhm.
and the how they detonate is impact, and they're reusable. So there's a firing pin in there. It hits the floor. The firing pin goes into the shotgun primer. And it's like a little pop, quite a loud bang. But because of how it's designed in the system, the grenade doesn't blow up. It's just the sound effect. And then
Right.
if they're in a 5 meter radius of this bang, then they have to call their hit.
Right. But some people
Super
don't though.
effective.
You have to make sure they call the hit.
Oh yeah, like with me, I just carry on shooting. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
for me, the shock and awe of it going off as well. By
Right.
the time they've heard it, I'm already in the room.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way it should
Right.
be though. Right. As soon as the
Yeah,
bang
yeah, yeah.
goes. You know.
Exactly. So, and the brilliant thing about it is you pick it up and you can use it again. Mine's like a 5 or 6 bang. No, it's 3 actually. Sorry, 3. So it goes off once, twist it, second one, twist it, third. Then I have to
Oh,
stop, untwist the whole thing, put the shotgun primers back in, and then you're good to go.
that's cool. That's
Super
cool.
cool. And
Yeah.
especially if you got 2 dudes who know what they're doing with those, you can clear a whole place on your own.
Awesome. Well, I'm
Like when
definitely
me,
gonna have to look into it. I'm definitely gonna have to get some of these grenades. I mean, you're gonna see it next time. Next time we talk, I'm just gonna be like kitting out, and you can be like, "What happened? I've not even played the game yet. Just kitting out."
oh, bro, there's some dudes. If you go on Instagram and look at some of these airsofters, they are dripping in kit from head to toe. There's literally not a
Yeah.
space untouched, and I'm like, bro, less is more. Like you're covered in shit you don't need. Like they've got like batteries, extra batteries hanging off their helmet here. Like they've got like handcuffs, like plastic cuffs that the SF dudes use. They've got like luminous. Do you remember in training, like you get those things to like,
Sticks.
you know,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
got
glow
stag
sticks. Yeah.
glow sticks? Yeah. They've got those hanging off the kit.
Well, they're
Like
good for clearing rooms. They're good for clearing rooms to say when a room's clear, but that's only if you're
this
going very
airsoft,
linear.
bro.
That's it's airsoft though. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It's airsoft, like especially for
yeah.
skirmishing, like you don't need it. And I guarantee that when they're in a Milsim, they don't actually use it for that. They're
Right.
all just trying to look the part, you know. Which
All
is
the
fair.
gear, no idea.
Yeah, which is fair, dudes. You know, if they want to look cool and that. But like with me and how I operate, less is definitely more. I
Yeah.
only take the kit that you need to actually battle in. The rest, I just don't want it on me.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to look like all the gear. No idea. Definitely not.
No.
All the clubber, what a knobber. No, I definitely don't want to.
Oh,
I
the
definitely,
clubber, what a knobber.
I definitely don't want to
good.
be like that. All right,
Oh,
so
it's gonna be
we're
so
getting close to like an hour now. Let the people know on the podcast listening and the people watching, where can they find you? What have you got coming up? What's the crack? What's the dealio? I'll leave comments to all this that you're about to say down below in the description. Okay.
Awesome. So my main channel's name's Nico, which is all the airsoft kind of content, CQB, getting amongst it, that kind of stuff. My second YouTube channel is called the Geezer Garrison, which is a fan bases channel where all the Warzone gameplays will go on there. And I'm not too shabby. I'm almost at 2.0 KD on there. And that is all recorded live on Names Nico GG Fam on Twitch, which I'm trying to get to partner on. So it'd be awesome to see you guys over there.
Hell yeah! And what's your schedule for your Twitch?
That's Monday to Friday, 7 till 12. We're grinding that out at the moment for sure.
Okay, and that's
GMT.
GMT for anyone watching in the US. Awesome, mate. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, mate, and I hope we can do this way more often and get you on board a lot. I'm also very excited to play some Warzone with you. I'll play some Fall Guys or whatever it is we play. When we're actually recording this, it'll be tomorrow, right? So whenever I'm super hyped. So keep an eye out, because obviously when this goes live, it won't be tomorrow. But keep an eye out, because I will be streaming with Names Nico on multiple occasions on Twitch, and it's going to be an absolute ball. We'll get them dubs on Warzone, and it looks like he's frozen. I think he's frozen, which is ironic because we're just finishing, guys. We're just finishing. So thank you to Names Nico if you are watching. I really do appreciate it. It did freeze, which is a shame, but I'm glad it happened at the end and not in the middle. Thank you for watching and listening, everyone. I hope you really enjoy these podcasts. Please rate the podcast if you're on iTunes or Spotify. It really, really helps this platform. Also, don't forget to like on YouTube and let me know in the comments who you want me to interview next on the Tactical Chainwag podcast. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm super excited for the future of this podcast, and I hope you stick by because we got some fantastic guests coming up. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're looking at how he's frozen, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Take it easy. Goodbye.